Hey, everybody, welcome back to Traverse Talks. I'm your host, Jim Horn. It's Friday, July 10th. And of course, the Cherry Festival is coming to an end. But it also means it's time for your local weekly news wrap-up. And these are the stories shaping Grand Traverse County or Traverse City this week, plus a couple of national headlines that could hit home right here in northern Michigan. So, once again, let's get into it. Well, as I like to refer to it as the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and some of you listening to this podcast might realize what the Ho Chi Minh Trail was to my generation. And I'm talking about Frankie Road. And if you drive Frankie Road between Silver Lake Road and US 31, plan a different route for the rest of the summer. The Grand Traverse County Road Commission closed the corridor Tuesday, July 7th for a full crush and shape reconstruction, part of a $17.5 million road project list for this year. New sidewalks are going in partnership with Garfield Township. The road isn't expected to reopen until September 3rd, so build the detour into your commute now. Anyway, thank God, Frankie Road, folks. If you've ever been on it, it's absolutely terrible. And I know Dan Watkins had talked about getting to it this year, and sure enough, they're getting to it. Hey, big box growth is coming to Chum's Corner area. Blair Township Planning Commission gave the green light to a site plan for a 160,000 square foot Meijer Supercenter on 33 acres west of Menards. It would be Grand Traverse County's third Meijer store. A new traffic signal is planned for the US 31 and M37 intersection to handle the added traffic. Construction is still targeted for later this year, so expect this corridor to stay a hot topic for anyone who drives it regularly. Downtown Traverse City is about to get busy with construction again. The City Commission awarded that $3.67 million contract to Elmer's Crane and Dozer to rebuild Parking Lot B and construct a brand new Farmers Market Pavilion. Work is set to begin right after the National Cherry Festival wraps up, with a completion target of November 1st. If you're a regular at the farmer's market or you park downtown, expect some disruption this summer and fall, but a nicer space, folks, when it's done. And this is really good news. Grand Traverse County confirmed for federal flood aid. Some relief for anyone hit by April's severe storms. President Trump has approved $32.1 million in federal disaster aid after storms, tornadoes, and flooding tore through 43 Michigan counties in April. Grand Traverse County is officially confirmed on both the public assistance and individual assistance lists. That means both residents with storm damage and local government agencies can now apply to FEMA for help. If April's flooding hit your home or property, hey, it's really worth looking into. And now we've got a couple of national stories, and we've talked about this before, but I think it needs to be repeated. As of this year, international visitors now pay a steep premium to get into 11 of the country's most popular national parks, including places like Yellowstone, Glacier, and the Grand Canyon. Non-U.S. residents pay $250 for an annual pass versus $80 for Americans, plus a $100 per person surcharge at those 11 parks. The policy is projected to raise up to $90 million a year, or this year, but it's also driving down international visitation, especially from Canada, as you would expect. Gateway towns dependent on foreign tourists are reporting real revenue hits and trip cancellations. For us, the connection is direct. Traverse City's Canadian visitor base is exactly the group most discouraged by these fees, and that lands right in the middle of our peak summer tourist season. And of course, we're always concerned about the farmers up here in northern Michigan, and there's a hint of relief on the horizon for American farmers. China and the United States have agreed in principle to a reciprocal tariff reduction framework covering agricultural products, according to a July 2nd statement from China's Commerce Ministry. As part of the deal, China has committed to buying at least 25 million tons of U.S. soybeans a year through 2028, along with at least $17 billion a year in other American farm products. The move follows direct talks between China's foreign minister and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, aimed at cooling broader trade tensions between the U.S. and China. Cherries weren't specifically named in the framework, but for Grand Traverse growers who spent the last year absorbing lost export markets, this is the first real sign that federal trade policy might start working in the farmers' favor instead of against them. Well, that's your Traverse Talks news wrap for the week of July 10th. Frankie Road closed till September. A third Meijer inching tour forward at Chum's Corner. Downtown construction starting after the Cherry Festival. Flood aid now available for Grand Traverse County. And a couple of national stories, park fees and farm tariffs, both with real stakes for our corner of Michigan. Hey, folks, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Take care.